can we find Jesus in the Old Testament? But not only that, can we find the Old Testament calling Jesus God? Today it's me, you, and the iPad. Let's break this down. Let's jump right into Psalm 95, verse 6 to 7. Now, I've read this a ton of times, and I'm sure you probably have read it before as well. You've probably sung the song Waymaker in church, right? Check this out. Come, let's worship and bow down. Let's kneel before the Lord our Maker. All right? The Lord our Maker, for He is our God. All right? So the Maker is our God. And we are the people of His pasture, the sheep under His care. All right? Now check out a couple of things. Worship and bow down, those two things, God is the only one worthy of that. No one else. We're not to worship anything else in this created universe except God, right? So He's the only one worthy of worship. He's the only one worthy of us bowing down to. So we know that is meant for God, right? All right, so let's kneel before the Lord our Maker. Now, Maker is interesting. Maker, if we look at the New Testament and we look at John, right? John, let's look at John 1 verse 3. Leading up to this, John 1:1, at the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The word here is logos, right? John 1 verse 3 actually states, through Him all things were made. Without Him nothing was made that has been made. So through Him all things were made. All things means He is the Maker. Jesus, the Logos. So the Logos is the Maker. Now again, look, Psalm 95 is actually referring to the Maker as our God. Now, just those two alone should indicate to you that Jesus, our Maker, is God. But we're not done. There's more. 1 Chronicles 29 verse 10 to 13 says, this is a long one, stick with me. Then David blessed the Lord in the sight of all the assembly. David said, may you be blessed, Lord God of our father Israel, from eternity to eternity. So we're going to highlight that. Yours, Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the splendor and the majesty, for everything in the heavens and on earth belongs to you. All right, belongs to you. Everything belongs to you. Didn't we just see that Jesus was the Maker? Let's carry on. Yours, Lord, is the kingdom, and you are exalted as head over all. We're going to get to that. Watch it. Watch the space. Riches and honor come from you, and you are the ruler of everything. Power and might are in your hand, and it is in your hand to make great and to give strength to all. Now, therefore, our God, we know who's referring to in all of this, we give you thanks and praise your glorious name. Now, let's break this down. Let's first go to eternity to eternity. So, what is this referring to? Now, we can actually see in Revelations 1 verse 17 to 18. So Revelations 1 verse 17 to 18. We see here Jesus refers to Himself as the first and the last. Now, that is emphasizing His eternal nature. But let's carry on. As head over all, let's break that down. So as head over all can actually refer to 1 Timothy 6 verse 15. So 6 verse 15, what does it say? It says Jesus is being called the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Now, this is actually speaking to His ultimate authority, being the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Now, praise your glorious name. Glorious name. Let's break this down and look at Philippians 2 verse 9 to 11. Now, in Philippians 2 verse 9 to 11, it actually states that Jesus is given the name that is above every name. All right. Now, the name above every name. This speaks to his divine identity. So we have Jesus being the first and the last. We have Jesus being the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. We have Jesus having the name above every other name. Now, if God, and praise your glorious name, and we say Jesus has the name above every other name, every single other name in existence, how can you not think he is God? Now, let's essentially break down what we just did with these two verses. So we saw that both these passages in the Old Testament point to Jesus' eternal nature, supreme authority, and the role as creator. Now, I just wanted to share that with you. That's pretty much all I have. Another thing I have is a lot of my viewers are not subscribed. Please hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out. If you want to help out this ministry, merch like this, my whole hat line, I have more on the way. Very cool bracelets coming, and I have hoodies. Hoodies are coming, people. It's so cool. I'm excited for them. If you want to be notified when these drop, head on over to my website, sign up on the email list, and you'll be the first to know when these hoodies drop.